Hello and welcome to today's video. My name does not matter, therefore I will not tell you, but instead we will jump straight into today's topic, which is the internet website Quizizz. Now, Quizizz is, as the name suggests, a quiz website, but it stands out in terms of advertising itself as a website specifically made for teachers in order to be used in and for classes. So in this video, I will give you a small introduction to the site itself. I will gloss over some of the tools it provides to create quizzes. Then we'll get to the pros and cons of the site itself to then evaluate whether this site can be used effectively to be beneficial to teachers' lessons. So this is the home page. As you can see, I'm currently not logged in. Anyone with an email address can create an account. However, accounts are only needed for creating quizzes or accessing certain features. For example, this class system. If students only want to take a certain quiz, they do not need to sign up. So taking a quiz does not require an account, meaning teachers can send the link to quizzes they want the students to take via the school internal email system, and then the students could just simply do that. They could take the test without creating an account, without giving away any data, which especially for lower grades such as 5th to 8th would be an upside, because that way they can access quizzes without having to go through legal struggles to allow the students to create an account, because they simply do not have to do that. So as you can see, we also have this neat little search bar, so I can search for a specific topic regarding the quizzes, for example, English vocabulary, and then I can just start that quiz. But how does it look like if one does have an account? It looks like this. This is the editor for the quiz I created with my account. And as you can see, it currently has 4 questions. I can always add new questions or new tasks. And these are the different task types. So we have the classic multiple choice or fill in the gap, and also drag and drop down lists, and so on and so on. But as you can see, most of these have this little lightning symbol, which means super access. And super access is the biggest downside of this website, because super access needs to be paid for $8 a month. And as you can see, since the majority of features require super access, the teacher would have to spend his own money in order to use this website to its full potential. But what would a quiz look like? It would look like this, for example. So this is the first question to my quiz, and this is classic multiple choice, or as you can see in this example, single choice. So you would get to the next question, which would be fill in the gap. I'm just going to skip. This is the answer that I chose to be the correct one. And this is the third issue I have, because fill in the gap is just that. It's filling in one gap. So if I want to create a new fill in the gap exercise, I can determine what the answer should be. For example, answer. And then I could also suggest alternatives in case there are multiple answer options, but I cannot add another gap. So I cannot have 2 interdependent answers that belong to different gaps. So fill in the gap would just be filling in one gap. So overall, this site is attractive for motivating students to study, because the teacher would have to, which is, as I said, the biggest downside, pay in order to have this website's full potential, but it would also incentivize students to take the quizzes and study with them to have a bigger learning success, because it's simply more compelling to take a quiz than studying, for example, vocabulary by simply learning it by heart. So the quizzes itself can be used by teachers, especially in lower grades, because as I said, the students would not have to sign up in order to take the quizzes. However, the teacher would not be able to tell who took the quiz and what their results would be. Meaning there's no control over, or no regulation, not regulation, controlling rather, of how successful the quiz was or would have been in case people took it. However, all in all, I would say it is motivating, especially since the quizzes can also be held in class as a group or as the class in general. So in terms of motivating students, it would definitely be an incentive, or it would be beneficial to this teacher's class, but not in terms of actually controlling or checking how successful or how far the learning progress has been up to this point. So motivation, incentive, but apart from that, it does not offer a lot of other features, because if the teacher would want to check and control the individual students' results, students would have to sign up. So that would be an option for higher classes, like for example everything up to 10th grade, but not in lower grades. So lower grades would be motivation, higher classes, high grades, it could be used as a terms of means or checking how far the progress has been, how effective students have been learning. And that's it. So thank you for your attention and have a nice day.